Newcastle United, founded in 1892, is a football club rich in history, rooted in the heart of the North East. Known for their passionate fan base, the Magpies have seen many highs and many lows over the decades, from winning 4 league titles in the early 20th century to their FA Cup triumphs in the 1950s. Newcastle United has always been a symbol of resilience. Legends like Jackie Milburn and Alan Shearer have donned the black and white stripes, igniting dreams of glory. In recent years, with new ownership and big investments, the club is undergoing a modern revival, aiming for success in both domestic and European competitions. With its proud past and exciting future, Newcastle United continues to be more than just a football club. It is a way of life. Away the lads. Good day everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Newcastle United and the Wheel of Fate. Now, no messing around here, I'm going to go straight into it on the first click to see what happens this season, because it's going to define the rest of the season. No rules, just 10 different options, but the wheel is heavily favoured to be against me when I'm doing this game. There is only a couple of bonuses in there really, but everything is meant to, the vast majority of the wheel is meant to hamper me more than anything else. So we have things like English only transfers for 1 season, terminate the contract of your best goalkeeper, centre-back, central midfield and striker. So basically to wipe out the entire spine of your team. I hope I don't get that first season. Extra 150 million in transfer budget, so for Newcastle that's not going to make too much of a difference. Sign the best wonder kid on the game at that current time, whatever season that may be, for free. Sign the best player in the world for free, so whoever is the Ballon d'Or winner from the previous season, you sign them for free. Under 21 goalkeeper only for 1 season. So that means if you have a starting goalkeeper like Pope is for Newcastle, nope, it has to be your starting under 21 goalkeeper to take his place and has to be in for the entire season. Play your centre-back as a striker. Okay, so could anybody imagine Dan Burn being a striker up front? That's going to be interesting. Maybe Fabian Schär. He has got a good long shot on him. No transfer budget. So transfer budget gets wiped out for a season. Free transfers only for 1 season, so it can't even spend any money. It just has to be free contracts, free transfers even, sorry. And also sell your best player. So without further ado, what are we going to get for our first one? We're going to spin the wheel, see what happens. And come on, sign the best wonder kid on the game for free. Happy days. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and hunt him. I'll be back in a couple of seconds to see if we can find that player and we'll get him in the team. Well, there you have it guys, we have spun the Wheel of Fate for season number 1 and we've been gifted quite a nice option to start this season off with, getting the best wonder kid on the game for absolutely free. Now I'll go into that in a second, with just a little caveat to this as well. This is on an up-to-date database, even though the dates still say for last year, the database is up to date on modern day transfers. So there will be players in Newcastle, the likes of, say for example, Lewis Hall, who was on loan in real life last season, but that transfer has been made permanent, so he's at Newcastle permanently now. And all the other bits and pieces, the likes of, let's take an example of Mbappe. As you can see, he's at Real Madrid, so that is as it is. So why am I doing this Newcastle rebuild? Well, I have done a lot of videos with a lot of different challenges with what I would consider quite a few difficult clubs, the likes of Leeds, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield Wednesday, Aberdeen, Bournemouth, a lot of difficult clubs because I like to challenge myself, and I always find that Football Manager is a little bit easier when you got a lot of money to spend. But again, that's a reason why I've gone with Newcastle, because they do have a lot of money to spend, but that's also the reason why I've got the Wheel of Fate involved, because it gives certain handicaps and occasionally a bonus. That is why I've gone with this, and personally I have a little soft spot for Newcastle as well. I'm I'm half Geordie, my blood is half Geordie, so I do have a little soft spot for Newcastle, and I thought, you know what, last season they didn't do too well, they've missed out on European football, they got it all to do again, so why not, let's give it a go. Let's do a 10-year rebuild with Newcastle. But I will also add into that, as well as the Wheel of Fate, I have also set a couple of competition challenges as well. So in this 10-year rebuild, I am targeting winning 3 Premier League trophies, 3 European trophies, whether that be Europa League, Champions League or Conference League, and 5 domestic trophies, whether that be Carabao Cup or FA Cup. So 3 League, 3 European, 5 domestic. Because when you actually look at Newcastle's trophy history, where are we at? History here. They've only won 4 league titles, 1 European trophy and 6 FA Cups. They've never won a Carabao Cup or anything like that, never the big European trophies, and they haven't won a league title since 1927. And the last thing they actually did win, I believe, was that Europa League, which would have been the UEFA Cup, I think, back in that time, 1969. So they've been short of trophies, and the Geordie fans, they do love to big themselves up as the biggest club in the North East, which they are, on the supporter basis, stadium basis and club basis, but they're still not the biggest club in this country. So that's what this rebuild is about as well. Let's get them up to that status, because the reputation's good, the training facilities are good, the youth facilities and recruitment I will be concentrating on as well. I'll be pushing the owners to increase that year on year, so we can get some really hot regens coming through, hopefully around about Season 5, Season 6. Just a quick message to say thank you very much to all the subscribers who have subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and share it around your friends. Thank you very much. Now we'll continue on with the video. But without further ado, let's have a quick look and see what's been happening. So, you actually start off on the up-to-date database with a transfer budget of just short of 50 million. I've spent about half of that, so I've brought a couple of players in. Excuse me. Wage budget just under, but as I say, with the transfer side of things, I have brought in a few. Let's have a look. See, I mean, the amount of players that have been brought in is unreal. I'm going to start from the top because, in fact, no, let's get this sorted by date. So, Craig Moore, Reece Evans are 2 that my director of football signed. I wanted another goalkeeper, a better goalkeeper than what they signed. Why they signed that Greek goalkeeper from Forest, I do not know. He's nowhere near good enough. But Andre Lunin definitely is good enough to come in and possibly oust Nick Pope as our number 1. Overall, fantastic goalkeeper. In fact, I only got him for 17 million from Real Madrid. Bargain. Absolute bargain. I did want a proper left back as well. Amar Dedic, former wonder kid on the game, still technically could be classed as a wonder kid, I suppose. Very good right-footed left back. If you've been playing the game for a while, you know all about him. 18.5 million in total from Salzburg. Brilliant. And I did want to bring in another centre back because another issue that Newcastle have is the injuries. Sven Botman, Jamal Lascelles are both out injured at the start of the game. Sandro Tonali is suspended at the start of the game, so I needed another centre-back to come in, and Joel Matip was right there for the taking, and I was very happy to bring him in. 2-year contract for 32-year-old, great experience after being let go by Liverpool, more than happy with that signing. But here is the pièce de résistance. Evan Ferguson was that wonder kid, thanks to the Wheel of Fate that I managed to sign. I'll show you a little process of how I came about that. Now, when you say wonder kid, do you go off current ability or potential ability? Now, I go off potential ability because that's what makes them a wonder kid in the game's eyes. Current ability does count for something, but the potential ability is the top. So Evan Ferguson was actually top of the list, and to get him in on a free transfer is absolutely outstanding. So if I go into the player search, take that off and go to the 19-year-old on there, and then I do transfer value. Is there, have I got something else on here? Nope, 19. That's okay. And I am going to put in hidden attributes. So that's what I went for. So I went current ability, potential ability, and as you can see here, Ryan Cherky is next on the list that would like to come into Newcastle at 165. But if I go to Evan Ferguson and show his attribute details, his potential ability is 178. He was the top one, so that's why he's come in. And now I've got an absolutely awesome strike partnership between him and Isak. Two of the best strikers on the game. Loving that. Absolutely loving that. Competitions wise this season, again, the Premier Division, our target is to qualify for the Champions League again. No Europe, so we got FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Besides that, I mean, squad wise, we're looking fairly strong. I'm quite happy with this. Tactically, this is what I'm going with. A little bit of an asymmetric 4-2-3-1. Newcastle don't have that many good wingers. Not really, anyway. So I decided to pull in that winger. Didn't really have a left-footed, decent inside forward, so I pulled that in, and hopefully that is where what's his name? Harvey Barnes could start, or Almiron. Got Gordon out on that side. I'm going to actually put Isak as the shadow striker because he has a natural ability when you train him as a shadow striker. He fits everything. His off the ball, his pace, acceleration, dribbling. He's the perfect shadow striker, so he's the perfect player to partner Evan Ferguson. So he's going to stay in permanently, and Ferguson's going to stay in permanently. I'm going to run the simulation up until March to see the next gen list again, and then to the end of the season. So, without further ado, let's get this first season done and see what we can actually do with it. Wish us luck, I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Oof. We scraped it. We absolutely, we pipped. In fact, we didn't pip, we actually dropped down further. Hang on, let's have a look at this. We qualified for the Champions League. That's what we wanted. I'm happy with that. 4 draws and a win in our last 5 games of the season. We almost threw it away. Almost. That's a little bit shocking. And at the end of the day, it's only 3 points between 7th and 4th. But we got it. That's fine by me. Goal difference isn't as good as I expected. Okay. But did we win anything else? Let's have a look. First season of Asking. That's 1 domestic trophy ticked off. Thank you very much. And it's the first ever Carabao Cup for Newcastle as well. So, or League Cup, however you want to call it. But 4th round by Brentford in the FA Cup, Champions League qualification, and the Carabao Cup. I'll take that for the first season. That's not too bad. Let's go and have a quick look at the squad, see how they got on. So Lunan, yeah, he did start ahead of Pope as our first choice goalkeeper. A lot of games. Kieran Trippier, 11 assists at right back. Let's have a look at the goals. Isak from that shadow striker role. Oof. Let's have a look. Yeah, all from the... See? Tip of the day. Alexander Isak as a shadow striker is an absolute baller on this game. And if you've got a decent striker in front of him, which actually for a first season, not too bad from Evan Ferguson, and he's progressing. That's what I want to see. Oh, and he's wanted by Chelsea can knob off. Not a chance. Not a chance. They don't got the financial muscle to get him. Anthony Gordon, 12 assists, 5 goals. That's a little bit lacking. There is a few things lacking through the team, and also there is another big problem with Newcastle as well, is the age of some of the players. You have all... Right. Get off. Can I just get all them? No. All them. Ruddy, Trippier, Cher, Matip, Pope, Byrne, Wilson, Odysseus, Almiron and Lascelles are all over 30 now. That's a big chunk of the squad. And they're all players that I'm going to have to get rid of, because the valuation is going to drop. I want to try and bring some transfer income in as well. And hopefully for Season 2, when the wheel spins, it'll be kind to me and won't take away that transfer budget. Because the transfer budget for next season is 242 million. with a wage budget of 136, which I could probably bring down a little bit, and yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of money to spend. But will we get to spend it? That is down to the Wheel of Fate. Come and tune in for season number 2 to see what happens, and see what happens with the Champions League, the domestic competitions, and whether we do actually get to spend anything, or we have it all taken off us, or something else happens. I don't know. That is all down to the Wheel of Fate. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later, and tune in for the next episode. Ta-ra.